was giving talent, balls were just too late. So they try to put me down, but it makes me more ambitious. Success is sweet, but revenge is so delicious. Haters gonna hate.
What's going on, everyone? Strider's back with another pre-game stats breakdown. Starting off on the red team, we're going to have Shen, Kha'Zix, Lee Sin, Kog'Maw, and Sona versus the blue team, who has Twitch, Vladimir, Lulu, Soraka, and Nasus. So, getting right into it, at the top lane, we are going to have an excellent matchup between Lee Sin and Vladimir. So, Lee Sin mains AD carry, while Vladimir mains caster. But, since he's playing top, and he's still kind of a caster, we'll let it slide. So I think I'm going to have to give Vlad the advantage just because Lee Sin, mains AD carry, and that's a little bit more typical as far as, that's a double lane, not really a solo lane. So, but Lee Sin's been played by this person 22 times, where Vlad has only been played by this person 9 times. So it's really hard, but I still think I'm going to have to give it to this Vladimir. Then if we go into the mid lane, we're going to have another really interesting match between Kha'Zix and solo mid Soraka, as odd as that sounds. But Kha'Zix mains top, but then again, Kha'Zix can still be a top laner for the most part. Soraka mains AD carry, even though she's solo mid laning. I don't think Soraka's that good as a solo laner anymore. She kind of got nerfed into the ground when it came to her solo lane. She used to be really overpowered. Kha'Zix is fantastic. She also has no way of escaping from the leap. So Kha'Zix has been played by this person 12 times, where Soraka's only been played by this person 4 times. Definitely going to give the advantage to Kha'Zix on this one. Then if we go into the jungle, we're going to have Shen versus Nasus. So Shen mains AD carry, while Nasus mains top. No real advantage there. Nobody's too familiar with jungle, it seems. But Nasus also plays top, so it's hard to say. You can't really pigeonhole him to just jungle. Shen's been played by this person 6 times, where Nasus has been played by this person 18 times. So I think I may have to give the advantage to Nasus on this one. Then if we take a look at the bottom lane, last but not least, of course, we have Kog'Maw versus Twitch. Now, Kog'Maw and his support Sona are a pre-made, so that's going to make it really difficult for the blue team to really come back from that. So Kog'Maw mains AD carry, while Twitch also mains AD carry. So no one's going to have a big advantage in that aspect, but Seeiya is a fantastic player, especially AD carry. Kog'Maw's been played by this person 25 times, where Twitch's been played by this person 38 times. I really want to give the advantage to Twitch on this one, but just the amount of revealing that they're going to have from Kog'Maw's Living Artillery and the lockdown from Sona, I think it's just going to be a little bit too much for Twitch to handle in the long run. So I think I'm going to have to give the advantage to Kog'Maw. But then if we take a look at the supports, throw them in the mix, we're going to have Sona versus Lulu. Now Lulu is going to be pretty nice. She's going to be able to throw in a shield, going to be able to slow down Kog'Maw, because he doesn't really have any way of getting away either, and there's a lot of slows coming out from the blue team. So I'm a little bit worried in that aspect. But Sona mains top, while Lulu mains jungle. But then again, Sona's been played by this person 73 times, and Lulu's been played by this person 100 times, which is actually quite a bit. So I really don't know who to give it to, but I think I may have to give it to Kog'Maw and Sona, unfortunately. But if we add up all the wins and losses between the two teams, you'll see that the red team has a 53.97% on average of winning, where the blue team has a 54.13% average of winning. So it looks like the blue team has a little bit of an advantage by about 0.2, 0.15, something around there. And let's go ahead and get in the game and see what happens. Hello, one and all. Strider here with another episode of the Diamond League. Very excited about this one. Again, we do have Aerodactyl. I swear I don't think this guy has a job or goes to school. He probably has a sugar mama because he's playing 24/7. I don't think I've ever not seen him playing. Like, I have to intentionally avoid recording games of him. It's cool though. He's always entertaining to watch. It's just I try not to get the same person over and over and over again to get you guys a little bit of variety, But either way, definitely check out my new vlog once you guys are done watching this game. It kind of goes over the new contest that I have going on. I guess it's not really a contest per se. I'm basically releasing a top 5 plays of the patch show, and it's going to launch 3 days after every new champion comes out. So you have those 3 days to review all the previous videos from the patch that I uploaded, and just send me a message with the episode number as well as the clip, so basically just the timestamp and the episode number, and you will be entered in to win $15 in RP. And again, this is going to happen at every single patch, and it's 100% reviewed and voted by you guys, so I have no say in what's top 5. So if you guys decide to troll me and have top 5 be like the first 10 seconds of a game or something, then that's what happens. But anyway, focusing on this game at the present time, it's just a lot of really interesting champion choices for the blue team. There's not really much CC, and I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm very worried about that, actually. I don't typically see the lack of CC to this degree. There's really just not a lot in there. The other difficult thing is I'm not sure if Lee Sin is going to be going top or mid. Kha'Zix is pretty good mid as well. And I also don't know if Lulu's going to go... No, I'm assuming Vlad will go mid. That would make sense. But Lulu could be supporting and Soraka go top. I'm going to guess that Lulu's going top because she's a little bit more viable of a solo laner, since they kind of nerfed Soraka into the ground when it comes to support and stuff. Oh, but if she's going to start with that star call. That's not good. Nice bush check by Lee Sin, actually grabbing them. But, that taunt is a little bit delayed. Oh my gosh, this is not good. Lee Sin doing so much damage, and Kha'Zix is going to get that first blood really easily. He may just be able to flash over this wall and get away, though. He may not even need to do that, and it looks like Nasus is getting pretty close to dying. And oh my gosh, Kha'Zix is also really close, but he's going to be able to get away with just a couple health potions. Completely worth that first blood. He actually did already burn flash, so never mind. But jeez, that was a lot more. Nasus just lagged when it came to getting out of that bush. He used his ghost. It was just way too late. Kind of unfortunate. I'm a little depressed about that. But either way, it's really good first blood for the red team, and that's going to give them a massive advantage. I mean, they're already up by 500 gold, and it's pretty much all on Kha'Zix, who is like the one person you don't really want to feed. So he's going to have a little bit of extra experience as well. And yes, it will be Soraka mid. And Vlad top. So, an interesting match. I assumed that would happen once I saw her take Star Call, that she would have a solo lane. It didn't really surprise me. She can zone out pretty well with that Star Call. It's going to reduce his magic resist a lot, and she can silence him to prevent him from doing a couple of his abilities, and it's going to be really, really useful for team fights, because if he gets a reset, it doesn't matter, because he's going to be silenced for a while. And Star Call's just so cheap, she's not going to be able to give herself any mana. Shen is coming around from the back. That could be extremely dangerous for her. So far, Vlad and Lee Sin are relatively even. Lee Sin did... Shen's coming around from the back. Oh, this is really not good. Shen, unfortunately, does not have red buff to slow him down, but he still might get it. Oh, Lee Sin, if he gets a Q. Yep. Boom. Really easy pickup for that Lee Sin. Actually gave him the kill. He might go for a tower dive. That would have been pretty risky. He did have a Sanguine pool, so good call to back off by the red team. That was a really, really good call. But the red team is taking a huge advantage. They gave Lee Sin double buffs. Oh, that is not good. Vlad is going to have a heck of a time, that is for sure. And yeah, Lee Sin is not going to let that go away. He's definitely not going to let that go to waste. So Aerodactyl is going to have a really nice lane for a few minutes. The blue buff is gone, but he did not clear out the camp, so he's going back to finish that up. Kha'Zix still getting a pretty decent advantage, but he did use his Fortitude Elixir kind of really early, most likely to pick up that first blood, I believe. That Explorer's Ward, they checked to make sure that was an Explorer's Ward and not a regular ward, so that is a really dangerous situation. If Kha'Zix comes from the back and doesn't go out there, Oh, they don't know he's there. They're signaling. They're going for it. A nice slow coming out. Twitch is going to pop it. Oh, one more auto attack. And yes, the ignite. Oh, man. Kha'Zix with 2 kills, 4 minutes. I already feel the pain. Not good. Twitch is not going to have a good time. He is up in CS still, and that is going to help. He's going to go back and get that Vamp Scepter, giving him quite a bit of survivability in that lane. So he won't be down as much health as he was before. He did use his flash, I believe, on top of... Yeah, he used his flash earlier, and his barrier was used there. Wow, I'm actually pretty surprised. It seems like Lee Sin maybe just going really ballsy kind of because he can. But Vlad still just has so much sustain. I think he's trying to outdamage the sustain with his own double puffs. He's able to spam souls quite a bit. Yeah, so nice little lane attacks coming out for Nasus. He really needs it. Ooh, Lee Sin getting a nice Q. He shouldn't follow that up. That would be very silly of him. Of course, he's not just using it for harass. And since he's on energy, he can just spam spells as much as he wants. Vlad also doesn't use mana, so it's not going to be much of an issue. Kha'Zix is actually losing when it comes to CS, but he's still up in gold by about 600, which is pretty significant. He already got that Tear of the Goddess. Definitely not a good situation. And a nice job by... Wow, so much armor coming out from Soraka. Soraka does have that heal, which provides her armor, but she also has 2 cloth armors. The advantage of that is because you definitely need 100% that armor. Because you look at the kill distribution right now, already at 6 minutes and 20 seconds. So before you even decide what build path you need to go to, I mean, Lee Sin has a kill and Kha'Zix has 2, and that's just so much physical. Blue team is now pinging out Kha'Zix saying, hey, where'd he go? Good job by Soraka, just kind of pushing lane, forcing him to miss out on a little bit of experience, but it's not going to be too much. Uh-oh, this is not going to be good. Shen coming around from the back. And Twitch is going to be in a really tough situation. Puts down a pink ward just to get some vision, and oh man, red team has 2. That is going to be a beautiful taunt. Great Wither, going to stop the pressure on that bottom lane. Great job. And now Vlad starts. Oh no, the Q! Not going to be good enough. Force that flash out. If that Q landed on Vlad, I really think that probably would have been able to follow up. The single pool was popped a little bit early, but you never know if it would have hit him or not. Great job by Vlad, but also great job by Lee Sin. They're really just kind of toying with each other. Right now, Vlad is perfectly fine. I mean, he has cloth armor and he has more CS. He is down a kill, but it's not going to be anything really significant. Oh, rushing that Seeker's Arm Guard, giving him some AP as well as some additional armor. That is exactly the route he needs to go. Lee Sin going to get a little bit of magic resist, just a tiny bit from the No Magic Mantle, but gets that Vamp Scepter just for a little bit of extra lifesteal. So really great job by him. That's... I really like analyzing the fact that they're getting certain items against who's winning. It's not necessarily who you're laning against. I mean, yes, that does make a big impact, but it's also building towards who's fed. And so everybody's going to need some armor. I'm a little bit worried that Twitch actually got 2 Doran's Blades instead of possibly Doran's Blade and maybe a cloth armor or something along those lines. But getting that extra lifesteal is really going to help him sustain in lane. And since, I mean, there's already been 2. Oh, there's a whole lot of damage coming out. And oh no, this is not going to be good. Nice job. Oh, Shen actually misses the taunt. Definitely not good. The Ignite going down, but it's not going to finish him up. And that is going to be a killing spree now for Kha'Zix. And a nice assist. Nice assist for Shen. So Shen's at 2 assists right now. It's really good for a jungler. You don't really want to be taking those kills, even though he's going to be a great tank. He hit that level 6 super early. Twitch is also already at level 6. And a beautiful crescendo coming out, and that is going to force out so much damage. And all the spray and pray now coming out, and oh yes. does end up falling to that, and now Twitch is back in lane. He can take a lot of damage. He does have the ult still, so the living artillery, I mean, it will cost a lot of mana the more times he uses it, but he can still kind of poke at it and give some vision. And that's one of the great things about picking up Kog'Maw, because if he hits a living artillery, it's going to reveal Twitch for a certain amount of time, and Twitch won't really be invisible, and then he can just continue hitting him. No, tower shot. And I don't... Oh, no, Vlad, get out of there. Oh, throws down the ult, gets it on one person. Beautiful play by Vlad. I don't know if it's going to do much. No, it's not. He's going to just try to focus down, get a little bit of survivability, and a nice one. He's going to have to single pull out of that. Gets away, but that is going to be an easy pickup for Shen. He's going to try to pick up the damage from the tower, but no, the feint is going to keep him alive. In the meantime, blue team ends up taking down that dragon. They desperately needed that. So they knew that Shen was top. They knew he didn't have his ultimate, and that is fantastic. But Kha'Zix got another kill on Soraka in mid, and that is also not going to be a very good situation. She doesn't have any way to get away from Kha'Zix, and his leap is just so powerful. And with that early brutalizer and that Tear of the Goddess, he's just spamming his abilities, having no issues really taking her down anymore. And her wish is almost back up. If her wish was up during that fight, she actually might have been able to survive it. But yeah, she also rushed that Seeker's Arm Guard. Very nice pick. Very nice choice. And yeah, still has another Glop on her. The only thing I don't like about having two APs on the same team, I mean, I like the fact that people are going back to that 2 AP meta every once in a while. The only thing I don't like about it is that you almost have to take Zhonya's. And when it comes to team fights where there's a lot of AoE and a lot of burst and stuff like that, you'll see that two champions may do Zhonya's at the same time, which basically makes it a 3 versus 5 for, you know, a few seconds. And there's no way to stop your Zhonya's. You're either Zhonya's or you're not for 3 seconds. So it almost disables yourself. Well, it basically does disable yourself, and you don't take any damage from it. Oh, Susan trying to initiate onto him. Oh, a nice ult. That is not going to be good, though. Throws it down. Kha'Zix, and wow, I'm actually surprised that they stayed in there. Vlad does not have his ultimate quite yet. They're easily able to take down... Oh, are they going to get a wither? Are they going to get a wither? Yes, a nice wither. The range of it is so powerful. And Vlad is going directly onto Kha'Zix, trying to shut down. Oh, it actually does land. Aerodactyl gets a nice one, and he's going to be able to safeguard to get away. No problems there whatsoever. Unfortunately, Vlad now has his ult, so if they try to initiate back onto him, that's a really bad situation. It's really sucks to be Twitch in this game, though. He uses invisibility to kind of get into awkward positions and stuff like that, but with everybody around, I mean, Lulu will mark you with Pix so that it'll reveal you for as long as Pix is on you, and the Living Artillery will reveal you, and Lee Sin has a couple moves that'll reveal you. It's just, it really sucks. So Twitch was definitely counterpicked, but despite that, he's still 1-1-0 with 105 CS, keeping it up there, making sure he's not falling behind too much, which is really nice. And Soraka, even though she's tied 3 times, she has 1 assist and has 100 CS, so keeping on top of that CS, having absolutely no issues. But oh no, we could have an engage here from Kha'Zix. He's patrolling around the bottom. They're pinging him out. This could be a really bad situation. They know it's happening. A beautiful crescendo. That is going to tag him. And yeah, that is not going to work really well. He is still revealed. Oh, one living artillery. He's at 16, 17 HP. Just barely survives. Lulu sacrificed herself just so he could get away. Oh, Lee Sin picks it up, and that is going to be a killing spree for him as well. And wow, the red team is just absolutely destroying. They're getting kills on the champions that need them. Except for maybe Kog'Maw. It'd be nice to have Kog'Maw. on that little killing list, but unfortunately it's just the solo top and the mid. Oh, nice job. Oh, she can get it. One silence and the ignite. I think that's going to kill him. Yep, she's going to pick up that kill, and that's going to reset. She needs to recall right now. It took her a second. That maybe at the living artillery could possibly... Oh, he just did it the wrong way. Unfortunate, and oh, that would have landed. He's not level 11 yet, so unfortunately it didn't go through. She just barely gets out. Great job by Soraka getting that kill and getting out safely. She's still behind, but she really, really needed that kill desperately just to keep herself in this game. It's been a really long time since I've seen a solo mid Soraka, though, so it's nice to see that. Towers are still tied up. The mid tower going down on the red team side, and the bottom tower going down for the blue team side. Basically provides an equal opportunity for Dragons, just kind of depends on what they want to do. Blue team does have an advantage. They should be able to push down bot a lot easier than red team should be able to push down mid. But, oh, it looks like... Oh, nice. Vlad is going to do quite a bit of damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Shen coming in and out. Kha'Zix also in. Gets the Void Spikes, and wow. Lee Sin kicking him out of the fight. The Wish coming out, and I don't think this is going to be enough. Is he going to be able to pick up the kill? Yes, he does. Great job by Vlad. Vlad's ghosted. Oh no, those Void Spikes are going to be too much. And Kha'Zix picks up the kill, but in the meantime, Susan shuts down that Lee Sin's killing spree. That's going to give him some extra gold, and that makes him... They're all just making comebacks. This is really good for the blue team. Blue team's really not letting this go. Despite being 5 kills behind, they're staying very relevant when it comes to CS. They're competitive, and they're even winning in top lane and jungle. They're taking down... They've had 2 extra towers. They got that dragon, and they are 1,000 gold ahead. They're now pinging off for dragon because they want it again, and wow, the blue team's really just on the ball. They're kind of running double AP, but also double support, which makes it really nice. Oh, Kha'Zix in a really tough position. He gets silenced, so he can't really do much. He's going to jump over that wall, and now, oh, nice crescendo. Going to save him. Reveals 2 members of the blue team, and wow, those living artilleries are really on point. Doing quite a bit of damage. He should be able to continue to reveal the blue team when they're doing... Oh, no. Oh, I was a little bit worried there. Lee Sin coming in, going directly onto Soraka. Is it going to be enough, though? Oh, a nice taunt onto 4 members. Kha'Zix going in, getting a kill. Still relevant at 7 kills. Twitch picks up Sona on the back end. And, oh, now Kha'Zix is going directly for fight. He throws out that segment pool. I don't think it's going to be enough. He's not going to be able to get out of there. That is a legendary Kha'Zix already at 17 minutes. And oh my gosh. Now it's... Oh, Lee Sin goes in, tries. He gets the slow, makes it very easy for them to pick up that kill. Susan ends up going down. Another kill. And Kha'Zix... Oh, Shen actually takes that one. But Kha'Zix up to 9-0-1. And now that was a 2.5k gold swing that the red team just did, and soon to be more. That is really, really bad. Blue team had it. They just got caught at that dragon. They weren't expecting it. Lee Sin really initiated that. That taunt on 4 people was just perfect. You can't group up like that. Especially when you're around Kha'Zix. Sona, I mean, Sona was kind of zoned away, and they were able to pick up Sona, and she already used her crescendo for defense, so she wasn't really relevant at the time. So they killed somebody that was pretty much of no use. And she didn't have any kills, and so, I mean, her bounty wasn't that much anyway. It wasn't the best of choices, but you know, you gotta deal with the hand you're given, I suppose. Just deal with it. At least in a little bit depressed that he didn't have his rep up there. He's like, oh, but my lizard. Where'd the lizard go? Vlad putting himself in some really rough positions. He does now have Aurelius Crystal Scepter, and that should help a little bit. But the fact of the matter is that the red team just has so much mobility. It's not the fact that they're not, or they're too fast or anything. They just, Oh, Twitch going into the spray and pray, doing so much damage. Shen forced to use his ultimate to save him. Kha'Zix now coming in. He gets exhausted, and oh man, I don't know why. Oh yes, they do pick up the kill. Twitch picks up the kill, trying to pick up a double onto the Kha'Zix. I don't think it's going to be enough. A beautiful crescendo, and that is going to be another double kill for Kha'Zix. Oh, that was a beautiful flash crescendo, perfectly timed, and she basically just got it up then and there. Lee Sin coming around, and she has absolutely no mana. She's not going to be able to survive this. Nice taunt from Shen. And yeah, the red buff is going to keep her away. Oh, Kha'Zix coming in, trying to almost finish up that voice spikes, but ends up clipping onto one of the dragons, or one of the wolfsters. Scumbag Lee Sin. She did survive long enough in order for them to take that bottom tower, and that's actually really relevant. So 4 towers to 2. Blue team is still up in towers, and they're only down by 1.9k at 20 minutes. They're definitely not out of the game by any stretch of the imagination. It seems the red team is focusing a lot more on kills than they are on towers. But since the blue team has died so much, and they're not really getting as many kills, their bounties are getting lower and lower and lower. So their gold isn't even going to be that much from getting those kills. But later as the game goes, those respawn timers are going to get higher, and it's going to make their global objectives a lot more difficult to do. Uh-oh, this is not going to be good. Oh, a nice job! But safeguard to the next wave of minions. This is super easy for him. Uh-oh, Vlad may just feed away this blue buff. Oh! I didn't think Kha'Zix would think that's a good idea. Lee Sin is also there. This is a lot of people for not a lot of people on the blue team. They're just super fed. Kha'Zix 11-0-2 with 161 CS at 20 minutes. And this is definitely not good. Oh, Vlad coming in, trying to do as much as he can. And that is going to be a lot of damage. Kha'Zix, oh, the wish just barely saving, but the living artillery picks it up at the end. Kha'Zix unable to finish it up, and Vlad should most definitely go down. No, he pops his ghost. He's going to survive, going to be able to slow them down to get away. So that was his plan. He wasn't really planning on slowing them down. It was just more of a getaway mechanism since single pool wasn't working out for him. Twitch gets completely cut out of position. The ultimate is not going to be enough, and oh, Vlad did not have his pool that time. That is going to be a double kill for Lee Sin. Lulu picks up a kill, which is definitely not good, and now the living artillery as well as all the reveals. She's not going to be able to bush juke whatsoever, and that should be a triple kill for Lee Sin, I believe. Oh, it didn't register it. So a 21-minute ace. It's really, really early on in the game to get an ace. It's not looking so good for the blue team. Come on, Twitch. Twitch can still carry. He's at 4 kills. He just needs to catch up to Kha'Zix and he'll be fine. If the red team lines up and the blue team is kind of spread out a little bit more, a really nice spray and pray could potentially win them a team fight. It would be very difficult. He would have to get... I mean, he has that Infinity Edge, which is really nice, because every single hit from the spray and pray can crit. And I think it's a different chance for each person it hits. It's not the same spread out. So if he crits the first one, it doesn't guarantee crit everybody else behind it. I think it's each person has a chance to crit. So it's kind of good and kind of bad at the same time. But if he gets a Blade of the Ruined King sometime soon after this, he gets those 3 guaranteed crits. And those 3 guaranteed crits out of 5 of spray and pray, if they line up, like I said, that's 3 guaranteed crits on everybody. On everybody on the red team. That alone right there can swing the fight in their favor massively. But he has to make sure that they're not as far behind as they are right now. Because right now they're about 4k behind. He's looking back though. You never know. Dragon should be coming up in just a little bit. Now the red team's just kind of finishing up their... Whoa. I've not seen a static Shiv in a while. It's kind of weird to see that on a Kog'Maw, but he does have a lot of attack speed, he does have that range, so he's just dealing a little bit extra damage on that range. A nice crescendo can really be detrimental to the blue team, though. Nice crescendo with that static shiv and those long-range auto attacks. Kha'Zix jumping in, it would definitely propose to be a huge problem. But the red buff now on Twitch, again, that would also proc red buff on every single spray and pray proc. Black Cleaver and Last Whisper on Kha'Zix. He's not messing around this game. He's getting the health, getting the armor pen. He's not letting them come back in this fight regardless of how much. I don't know what Lulu is doing. I think she was paying attention though. She's forced to use her ult. Unfortunately, Kha'Zix is going to come in, easily pick that up. Is again still legendary. Going to jump on to the Twitch. Is he going to be able to pick it up? That's the question. Yep, that is going to be a double kill for him. And boom. So much damage. Going to be able to slow him down. And this, gets the triple kill. Gets the reset. It's going to go directly onto Nasus. And that is a quadra kill for Kha'Zix. And most likely a surrender vote. I can't imagine that they want to continue this game after a 15-0 and 4 Kha'Zix. But fast, I'm incorrect. Red team takes the dragon, and blue team is now 6k gold behind. I mean, it's 25 minutes in. They're only 6k gold behind. It's still passable, but at the same time, Kha'Zix is a beast right now. They're not even worrying about Baron. It seems like they just want to push towers, even that up, and just jump away. Gonna go steal on the blue buff, but it's just Shen there. Blue team doesn't know that, and they don't know he's there, but I don't think they'll go into the... Oh, they will. Shen should be able to finish this up, though. He does not have smite, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, he's Spirit of the Elder Lizard. That's all. Oh, Shen. Shen needed to safeguard out of there. Was it? Well, he didn't need to, but he thought he needed to. So, really good decision making from Lee Sin for sure. He doesn't want to get caught out because typically support doesn't just go roaming by themselves. Especially with an invisible Twitch around, you can never be too careful. That was interesting. He threw down a ward and safeguarded to it just for fun, it seems. Oh no, Vlad's in a pretty tough position now. He's gonna have to pull. He doesn't. Oh yeah, I know something kill him. Unfortunate. 16-0 and 4. Oh my gosh, this Kha'Zix is going for the record. He's going for the record. Gleebglarbu. He's in the Challenger League. I'm just saying. I mean, he's definitely not one of those random diamond players that you never hear of. He is in the Challenger League, so he's an excellent, excellent player. Top 50, I think it is, which is pretty rare, because if you kind of go down in points, you just get out of Challenger. You're forced out of Challenger, basically. Red team now going for the Baron, having absolutely no problems. Percentage damage coming out from Kog'Maw means absolutely nothing. Baron's all whatever, I'm just gonna die. Already at 1,000, and that is gonna be a really easy smite. Oh, Lee Sin actually doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Oh no. Oh yeah. Nice heal, but oh, Shen coming out. That is a massive shield down from Shen, and it's not gonna be enough. Soraka's definitely dead. There's no way she's getting out. She has no escapes. She has a flash, but she decided not to use it. That's it. The blue team doesn't want to give up, and I really admire that, because I'm also one of those people that will always say no. Because you never know when the game could flip on its tide. Granted, the red team does have Baron and a 16-0 and 4 Kha'Zix. He's one of the many champions that you just aren't going to be able to shut down like that. He almost has a full build at 28 minutes. It's absolutely insane. That is, yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. I don't even know really what the blue team can do to really fix this up. Blade of the Ruin King is the only thing I can think of, but I don't know if they're going to be able to survive that long in order to pick it up. I mean, Kha'Zix now has a Warmog, so he's not going to die. He's super tanky, super buff, and he's just chewing through armor. That's his only BF sword item, though, is the Black Cleaver. So he's not doing as much damage per se, but the fact that he's just getting so many resets. And that he still has a lot more gold than everybody else in the game. Yeah, he's at 14,000. So he's doing just ridiculous. He almost almost 2 items more than everybody else. Gets a nice leap with those void spikes, almost killing Lulu instantly. Red team gonna take another tower, and I don't know if they're just gonna go for a clean sweep here, or if they're just actually going to push and do it safely, or do it not safely. Oh, they're gonna tower dive. Great crescendo, only landing on one person, but it doesn't really matter. Susan taking a lot of damage. They're tower diving, and they really don't kill. Shen doing as much as he can. That is going to be another. Oh, is Kha'Zix going to be able to pick that up? No, it does not look like it. Take out another tower, and then they will go directly onto the inhibitor. Only 2 people left alive for the blue team. Inhibitor already down. Sona taking one of the towers.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Push, split pushing. He's doing what he can. It's definitely not going to be enough. Ooh, Taunt just barely misses, and the Nexus is definitely going to go down. Kha'Zix trying to stay alive. Oh my gosh. They pick up the kill, and he gets out alive. That's kind of impressive. Wow. So that was a game. I don't really know what to say to that. That was a pretty big stomp fest for the red team. The blue team tried so hard, and they were doing a great job at surviving. They just couldn't do everything that they needed to do. It was a little bit depressing. They went for a little bit of magic pen, but it didn't matter. There was just way too much damage coming out from the red team. But if you guys like the videos, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any recommendations or suggestions for champions or players that you want to see, leave a comment in the comment section below. Send me a PM. Whatever it is that you need to do to get a hold of me, I really appreciate it. I love talking to you guys, so if you just want to strike up a random conversation, feel free to do that as well. So GG to the blue team, and congratulations to the red team. And until tomorrow, guys, I will see you then. Peace.